Hi, I'm Pastor Sami, and I'm so glad you've decided to join me again for another special message about this week's gospel reading. This week, we get to hear another kind of farm image. Last week, we got to hear about sheep. This week, we get to hear about vines, which produce grapes. And we remember this special story from Jesus. It's in John chapter 15. I'm going to read part of it for you. Jesus says, "Abide in me as I abide in you. Just as the branch cannot bear fruit by itself unless it abides in the vine, neither can you unless you abide in me. I am the vine, you are the branches." Have you ever seen a grapevine? How grapes grow? They have this vine that grows up out of the ground, and then it has all these branches that grow way out to the side like this. And each of those branches can produce fruit. With a grapevine, you guessed it, you get grapes. But it's this beautiful image that all these branches, they grow and grow and grow, but they're all connected in the middle to this vine that connects to the ground. And that's how it all grows. A branch needs to be connected to the vine, no matter how long it gets, or how big it gets, or strong, it needs to be connected to that vine to keep growing and producing fruit. I wonder if you've ever seen a vine. I had a grapevine. When we lived in South Dakota, we had a grapevine growing in our backyard on our fence. And it was amazing how fast and how big and strong these branches can grow when they're connected to the vine. I wonder if you've been to a vineyard. There are lots of them in South Dakota. You could go and see how these vines grow up out of the ground and grow out their branches and produce fruit. It's really a cool thing to see, and it's a really neat image for a relationship with God. It also got me thinking about, how do you stay connected to your family? Do you talk with them about things that go well, or things that aren't so good in your life? Do you share meals with them? Do you just share time? Do you hear each other's stories? Well, I think that's how God wants us to connect with God too. God wants us to spend time with God, to share the things that are important to us, the things that are good and the things that are bad. God wants us to spend time in worship and in prayer, even sharing, even if we don't want to say our prayers out loud, we can write them down. God listens, and God wants to hear us share those things with God. I think those are all ways that we abide in God, how we stay connected to God, how we stay connected to Jesus, who is the true vine. I hope this image helps you think about your relationship with God. I hope that you feel that in your connection with God that you do bear fruit. Maybe you're not going to grow grapes, but that your life is a blessing to others. Other people see you and they feel better, or that they see you and they can see God through your actions. That you are part of what God is doing in the world. That is the blessing of being connected to that one true vine. Well, I hope that you enjoyed this lesson. I hope you might enjoy some grapes, or maybe go out and see if you can find a grapevine so you can talk about it together, or just look up an image on your phone if you've never seen one. They're really cool. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you next time.